Wherever you are, always be the best and give the best that we can give. For undergraduate candidates, please reflect on the steps that will be taken so that they can have positive synergy in life. Love is sincerity, there is no compulsion or a sense of vent. When someone insults you, it's a compliment that they've been spending a lot of time thinking about you, even when you're not thinking about them. Without love, intelligence is dangerous, and without intelligence, love is not enough. Failure only happens when we give up. You don't need to be perfect, just find someone who always makes you happy and means more than anyone else. I believe that I do not have the right as a human being to end my life. That is the prerogative of God Almighty. To whatever is laid before Him, it is a reality. Happiness and sadness depend on how we react to it. Perfection does not come by itself. Perfection must be sought. Perfection must be judged. Process and work results must be monitored. Learn to be grateful for the good things in your life. Learn to be strong from the bad things in your life. I hope that the success of a man and a woman is largely determined by the positive synergy of men and women. The future of Indonesia is determined by the excellence of Indonesian human resources who have cultural values, understand and master the mechanism of development and application of science and technology. Indonesia knows no difference. Indonesia must prove what it can do. Be a productive young person, so that you become a professional person by not forgetting two things, namely faith and piety. There's no point in having a high IQ but being lazy, lacking discipline. What's important is that you are healthy and willing to sacrifice for a bright future. Live as you will die tomorrow and be happy as you will live forever. If it's not the children of this nation who build their nation, who else? Don't expect other people to come to build our nation. The lack of a partner, being something that makes a relationship, should complement each other. My past is mine, your past is yours, but the future is ours. One of the keys to happiness is to use your money for experiences and not for desires. You should never be afraid to lose me, because we are one. The quality of human resources is the key to the future success of the nation. Superior and competitive human resources will lead Indonesia to be equal and respected by other nations. You must always be consistent in pursuing a discipline you are studying. Because with consistency, you can be like me. Love is not looking at each other, but looking outward together in the same direction. Lust brings momentary happiness, but love gives forever. In this life I have a mentality like someone who rides a bicycle. If I don't ride a bicycle, I will fall. If I stop working, I die. We must not be tired and we must not lose. The future of Indonesia lies in the youth. Young people must be led in a positive direction. When we are young, we spend it lazy, then old people will also be lazy and don't feel like they will die tomorrow, but if we learn a lot and analyze a lot, then when they get old they win. Faithfulness means sincerity, to keep one heart in the heart, and promise not to betray. Einen. I love you very much. But Allah loves you more. So I let you go. Even though the body has been separated by death, true love will still be stored eternally in the recesses of the heart. True love sees weakness and then turns it into an advantage to always love. Why are we here, living in the world? Because we are given the opportunity by God to enjoy this short life. Love is a positive energy that can move life to be more beautiful. Friendships often end in love. But sometimes love doesn't end with friendship. True love can be grouped into three. First, love for fellow human beings. Second, love for the work of fellow human beings such as culture, science, and technology. A man will never become a great man without a great woman by his side who always gives support and hope in every step and decision taken. Experience cannot be learned, but must be lived. Love is not by finding someone who is perfect, but by seeing someone who is not perfect in a perfect way. Trusting is good, but checking is even better. Achieving a bright future will not come easily, you have to be willing to sacrifice to get it. If you import glasses, tables, and mics, you pay for the working hours of the people there. Pay for the people's working hours so that everyone can be independent. A woman will be a perfect woman, both when she is a mother to her children, as a wife to her husband, and as an adult woman who lives her life. All of that happens if the man in her life always gives guidance, protection, and trust for the woman. Want to be handsome or not, if his heart is not of the same frequency, how about it? You are the most stubborn and toughest person I have ever known. But if I had to redo my life, I would still choose you. Democracy is basically related to the quality of human resources. The better the quality of human resources, the more open they are to spreading and practicing democratic ideas. Love is sincerity, there is no compulsion or a sense of vent. Don't get tired of trying. There is no guarantee of success, but choosing not to try is a guarantee of failure. Goodbye, dear, the light of my eyes, conditioning my soul. Goodbye, my future angel of heaven. I used to be scared to death, but not now, because the first one to meet me was Einen. True love sees weakness and then turns it into an advantage to always love. Everything has its time, don't compare your life with other people's lives. There is no comparison between the sun and the moon, they shine when the time comes. Every X is not a match, it will be appointed by God Almighty, for you. Love can be interpreted as a feeling caused to partners, parents, others, the environment, to the nation and state. Love can be seen through a telescope, while jealousy can only be seen through a microscope. Sometimes what you need is not someone who is good at giving advice, but someone who genuinely listens and understands. I never promise a feeling, but I try to promise a loyalty. If we love someone, we will always pray for him even though he is not by our side. If you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. Waiting is not always right, you have to dare to make dreams come true. If we trust each other, then an agreement of two things is enough. On the other hand, if we both don't trust each other, a written agreement as thick as a book won't help. Behind someone's smile, there's something you'll never understand. The peak of longing for someone is when they no longer meet, no longer greet each other, but pray for each other in their hearts. When asked how old Habibie is, I'll answer 90 to 100, but my soul is still 17 years old, brother, because life is only 24 hours a day, we need to do something useful. Between me and Einen, there are two bodies but one soul. I can't promise much. But clearly, I will be the best husband for Einen. Every journey there will be a test that has two choices: keep going and succeed, or stop and fail. If there is no shoulder to lean on, there is always a floor to prostrate on. Every human being has to put down footprints. The footprints reflect their own personality and will be read by their own people, and that's what matters. The world is not blind and deaf. I was given pleasure by Allah SWT in technology so that I can build airplanes, but now I know that religious knowledge is more beneficial for Muslims. If someone insults you, take it as a compliment that he's been thinking about you for hours and you haven't been thinking about him for a second. I will always be by your side wherever you are. Our soul, spirit, and mind have been one and one for all time. Wherever you are, always be the best and give the best that we can give. To whatever is put before it, it is a reality. The real key to success is consistency. The leader must prioritize loving and respectful relationships, not for appreciation but for serving fellow human beings, rather than mere status of power. For undergraduate candidates, please reflect on the steps that will be taken so that they can have positive synergy in life. Failure only happens when we give up. Live as if you will die tomorrow and be happy as you will live forever. Determined to be a useful person for the environment, use what you have to help others. Be a clear spring that gives life to all around you, the philosophy of my father. The fact of life must be swallowed whole, but must not be taken out whole. I don't promise Einen about the world, I don't promise that our life will be easy, and I don't know if Einen can practice being a doctor again there, but I promise you I will be the best husband for you. Learn to be grateful for the good things in your life and learn to be strong from the bad things in your life. I've never been to a pesantren, I've never joined an Islamic organization, but I've read and understood the Quran since I was little. Sometimes the little things can be very special. The development of the Indonesian nation must be like the two wings of an airplane. The right wing is faith and taqwa to God. The left wing is the development of technology and science. Determined to be a useful person for the environment, use what you have to help others. Only the nation's own children can be relied on to build Indonesia. It is impossible for us to expect from other nations. When you have decided to pursue a field, be consistent. That is the real key to success. Prioritize the real work, not the image. Be a person who is always ready to face every challenge that comes your way. Never stop chasing what you dream of, even though what you desire is not yet in sight. He is no longer by my side, but there he is always waiting. Life is not always taken seriously, don't forget to be happy. Success does not belong to smart people, success belongs to those who always try. When you become a leader for this nation, don't forget to dedicate your time and work hard for 24 hours in your leadership. Don't say it's impossible, but tell me how. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Please subscribe and thanks for watching.